Thought we'd gone away from this, but side of the map. What can they do with it?
How sus are you as Vitality thinking, well, timing's everything. Where's the jungler? Dredge line out. Hilly doesn't hit that, and that's dangerous. Gravitum comes through. The punch up from Lebrov. Kazi's trying to get a trade, but he gets rocket grabbed in. All for the Blitzcrank. I don't think it's worth. First blood down, but with Gravitum, the get excited means get bent. Double kill. Ice picks up it.
It looked like that he had the mantra, couldn't quite get the Q off because the minions were in the way. VTO has now made his way bot.
Has indeed. Shuriken
He has the damage here.
He does, but Ice can come in, Gravitum, flash out anyway. Oh, respect not given over. VTO does take a summoner with him. And Douglas will take some grubs in the top side in the meantime. That's the only trade though, but you've just given
my troubles.
Don't disrespect Lebrov. I mean, he's on Blitzcrank. You give him Blitzcrank over to him again. People started banning this against him for a reason. When we come back to live, Dragon does go down, but I'm looking at Lebrov again. Hex Flash only, but speeds his way up in the overdrive. Lands it again. The flash away, but Bramble Smash incoming onto Douglas. He gets knocked on up, but in for a shuffle, in for a pound. Nuke taking everyone down to the ground. He'll die to the turret, but in the meantime, you give those... I would have that suspicion too. Kazi, Hilly, is there a reason we haven't seen Jinx before this split? Well, she's not very mobile, and as Lebrov hooks on up, Kazi's going to die again. No summoner. Ice gets the kill. Red and white makes everything all right. It's a double. Ice is 5-0. With Ice coming in over Crowning. Talk more about that later. Just a fun observation. To speak properly, as Lebrov's flashed away. The cats are out. A two-man route. Gravitum coming through, and he hits it again. The bop up as Nuke can't get video. It's a well-timed flash. They have to think their next move precisely.
They're not going to get this objective. The Maokai ultimate is going to send them away.
Then why are they here?
To move him into mid now, it's a much safer lane for him to be in.
Actually, Nature's Grass comes out. Hilly going to be hooked back instead. No, it's Douglas. Hilly gets out of the way with the flash, but his jungler's going to die because of it. Adam picks up that one, and it's another great pick from Lebrov. Oh, geez, what a surprise.
I felt like Vitality spent far too much time spectating. They were just awkwardly standing in that choke point, and BDS trying to take advantage. TP now coming in from Photon.
Hilly's walking up to the turret. The turret's almost dead. He sets up the engage. Should make a death rocket onto Lebrov as VTO tries to find the kill, and he will. Perfect execution. VTO doing it again today. But 1 versus 2. He's now stuck in the middle. The ult flies through. Ice now has a new target, but he won't finish off that kill either.
TP and the Dragon's going to be spawning in about 40 seconds. Vitality, they're going to invest their time to unlock this tower. Objective gained, but...
Douglas just takes the blast cone out of there. He's done. He'll leave it, and so 2 dragons for BDS here. It is only Chemtech, but the individual stats are going to make...
spending so much time in the side lane as he's starting to build a level leads. You'll notice that little pink bar next to his champion icon. He's very close to level 30.
Like 20, or maybe 10. Either way, it's up soon. Vitality holding as a 4-man unit. BDS know this because VTO's coming off the side, but they just jump all in onto Douglas, but they can't kill him. VTO runs in, he's quickly silenced, but onto Lebrov, he found the target, the engage tool erupted, but it's a shutdown onto VTO in the meantime as the Twisted Advance re-engages the fight, but Ice is untouched. Ice hasn't taken a lick of damage at all. The poke's big, but this AD carry still has the ability to fight.
I mean, it's the fact that that team fight was won for BDS just goes to show how good they are at team fighting. The way that they navigated backwards, the TP now coming in from both players.
Hilly's one shot as well. As you said, both TPs that come through. It's Adam on top of Hilly, but he re-engages onto Kazi. This Jinx ain't got a hope as Ice is again not taking any damage at all. Nuke will absorb some.
Maybe Douglas can sneak away that Dragon. But BDS in firm control of the game now. And the positioning from Ice, just flawless. No real threat from the Akali. And well played once again to BDS, demonstrating that it only takes one fight for them to take full control of the game.
I love at the start of the game, you're like, you know, this game can be hard to play as an Akali. You look at all the tools, I think it was something you actually said in draft. Maokai, Cassante, even hell.
They all turn their attention to him.
Oh, we're doing it. He waited for the dredge line. Lebrov gets the hook back. That was clean. And guess who's behind them again? It's Mr. Damage.
VTO has been sent over, and the Maokai ultimate going to be used to secure this tower.
Nature's Grass, great zoning. Hilly gets caught on the end of it. Lebrov with a hook again finds the jungler, and Douglas, even though he's got the no circle again. There's always something here for VTO, isn't there? Vitality group up. Nature's Grass out again. Kazi's not here yet. The engage, I guess, on the reverse side of Douglas is there, but Adam tanks up, tanking pretty much nothing for now. That's a Moonlight Vigil Infernum. And Ice, even though he doesn't hit everyone, it's still impactful as LeBron on this off angle, trying for a hook under turret. Vitality's turret's just getting worn down bit by bit by bit by bit, and here comes Adam jumping in bit by bit. LeBron, I believe he hooked a minion there as Hilly jumps in with the dredge line. Oh no, has to flash over after realizing his mistake, and another inner turret bites the dust. LeBron's hook at this point doesn't have that long of a cooldown. He frontlines. He's ready to get this trade kill. He doesn't care, but it's a bit of a whiff. In a choke, now an opportunity for Vitality. Photon realized, gets the slow onto Adam, but they still don't have enough.
Damage is going into these frontline tanks that just refuse to fall. Hilly?
Is he dead? That's a real question. Nuke is here, he slides over, and yeah. Well, Hilly's dead at this point. Is a flash for flash. That's Kazi's flash gone. That is a Jinx. A Jinx without flash. Oh no, Ice is the one diving. He just one-shot. Oh my lord, that TP coming in. I don't know if you want to be there, video. Just call it quits. Game 1 is done. They fly in, Nuke flies them out. And Douglas and Hill are saying, there's something at the base waiting for you, but I won't tell you till you die. A triple kill goes over, and how's that to end it out?
A 5-for-0 ace. Vito not given an opportunity to pop off. Ice is going to end this game 11-0-7. But what an incredible team effort from BDS. An impressive performance, sub 30-minute win.
How did that spring match go again?
It was 3-0.
It was 3-0. Well, BDS haven't lost their flair, have they? This team with another great hook from LeBron. Got away with Murder in game number 1. And Murder is all they wrote to open up their match here and get one step closer towards that upper bracket.
I see it working. They have a lot of burst damage, could probably easily nuke somebody on BDS's side and get some vehicle resets. With Cassandra being blinded from Photon. Obvious answer.
I guess LeBron knows there's a ward there, so yes, wait, we're doing it again. Round 4, dredge line connects. Okay, we finally started off. Rooted in his Kazi, ignites down, but LeBron is one shot away. Kazi matches over. First blood surely going to him. There ain't enough damage. It's a Jin at level 1.
They know that Douglas isn't on the top. I mean, they're going to definitely know now.
And LeBron's only level 2. Hilly is going to tank it up for now. Douglas gets the damage in, ignites down Hilly. Good juggling of aggro. Kazi with the next pick.
I'm impressed.
Yep.
I don't think it was, but you know, it works out nicely.
Hey, give the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it's a massive 5-head play. Is all the setup. Hilly ghosted for that. Douglas again, that flashback. Not sure what it was about, but hey, at least it leads into the Dragon.
And Douglas already making his way over. This should tick him over to level 6 as well. Oh, Photon.
Yep, this could be a solo kill. Adam's going to ghost, or rather it's Photon as well, who blanches that in the face. The dunk down. Adam's there. He's got flash. He gets flicked back, though, under the turret. And Douglas is there to help. Photon's attack. And at the end of the day, Adam this time on the Darius. We talk about a sink or swim champ as the all-out's going to be used. Adam wasn't close enough to the wall, but the damage is there. Flash from Douglas. He heartbreakers in, but Adam under turret heals it all up. That's Darius for you, is now another teleport from BDS. They've found Douglas topside, and Photon's running for his life, but Nuke won't let him get out. They ulti for it. His video flies through the TP. He does a bit of a Caps moment as he rolls through. He still dies. Maybe he shouldn't have taken. Douglas too, maybe. Douglas has taken a lot of dragon damage, and Nuke does some himself.
He's gonna die.
This jungler's isolated. Douglas, what are you doing?
Well, I mean, I have more questions for Vitality here. Vito is pushing in mid. He doesn't collapse down. I mean, there was clearly a disconnect there. There should have been more coordination from the bot lane, the mid lane, everyone moving to that dragon, making sure they're on that objective first. Douglas starts the dragon. From
Kazi, from Hillsang. Teleports there. Who pops it first? Video with an angle, but Adam's zoning him off. You can see Douglas now pitching his own angle. Is at 4K. They jump on in. The curtain call out as well. Hilly is just dead, but it's a jungle trade, and Douglas now on the move, on the trade himself. It's stolen over to Vitality, but here comes Big Bad Douglas with a heartbreaker, which
I don't think it's going to be enough to defend this objective.
Oh, Ice in the top side.
Hang on a minute.
Photon under turret. Who cares?
Cassandra.
Jin, how good is he? Well, he's not that great at getting tanks. Photon going healthy enough. Lebrov, is he trying to bait in? There's an apprehend. Lock on down. Dredge line. Video gets the half, but it's all in the name of the dragon, which is swiftly taken away by Vitality.
Vito pushing in bot. Cassandra pushing in mid. Hook connects.
Onto Hilly. There we go. Dredge line. Chain of Corruption follows through, but it's the death charge that finds both bottom laners. A dunk on top. And a shutdown to Adam. Just as quickly as we highlight Vitality, they get caught with their pants down after the fight as well.
I mean, Vitality's just playing spectator there. Like, they have VTO in bot, they have Photon in mid, and their AD carry is just kind of watching in the river. I'm not really sure who they're trying to protect or what they're trying to set up. Maybe it would have been better for them to reset and then path towards top. Photon is now, oh god.
Is he the fast yet? Youmu's pop it. Ice, is he gonna have a chance? No, because there's an all-out coming to a cinema near you. Are we doing this again? You know the answer. Down he goes.
Yeah, see?
When was the last time you saw it? I'm not going to ask that because I think in regular season we did actually have a couple of good games.
Yeah,
Ice actually played this twice in the regular season too.
Yeah, it was fine.
And it was fun. Just hard when you listen to Dagger a lot, you know? When you sit backstage and listen to him.
All glaive, okay? He's...
Oh, what is Dredgeline going to do? Actually, Hilly might just be dead.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is indeed. It gives it over to Adam. Oh no, that's an issue as Nuke runs on in. That's a shifting sands. He gets a sun turret up. Out he goes. Execution down. Video flashes. And he gets out. Teleport available as well. BDS are going to burn Nukes first, but Video now in he comes from a backline ward. Lebrov hit out though. Stunned up. Heartbreaker through Vitality. Have their first pick, and it's down goes Lebrov. That's a big pick, but Douglas died in the process to Ice. 4 versus 4, but Vitality don't have a jungler.
Douglas wanted to get the reset, but he was killed before he could. Photon doing what he can. The Dragon's going to go down.
But it's a smite now for the curtain call, though. Look for the final proc onto Photon. Doesn't do too much. Hilly gets poked over the wall.
Hilly.
It's not done yet because, look, Ice gets a deadly flourish and someone won't be able to move. Not
nice
tagged
sidestep
up
there from Photon to dodge. The wind becomes lightning from Sheo. Poke continues to come out from BDS.
I have the high ground. They shout as Vitality run for the hills. No lava here. Sheo poking in, goes back in onto Hilly. Titanic there is the pull in. It's an apprehend of the gods, but Video gets shoved back. Now dunked down for his trade. Hilly walked back in feeling confident, but Adam's on a tear. And Kazi's up next. He's got a flash available, but he won't get far. A triple over to the god. Okay.
What? Douglas, can he make this happen? Lebrov is suspicious.
He knows. Blast cone there. Dredgeline avoided from 2.5k. Douglas now getting shoved on to get in the pit. He's denied. And they held off on the Baron. They weren't going to flip that at all. It goes down. BDS in control. Photon now here.
Dived in. That is Adam's window to shut him down. Then the flash comes in, the cleanup, and I think Kazi's dead.
Well, the curtain call, you know, proving me wrong a bit. Sheo picks that one up. Kazi and Hilly. It was Fly in the bottom lane earlier. Now it's
a single fight. It's like BDS is just the one fight team, man.
Yeah.
They find that one fight and all of a sudden they blow the game wide open. They've done it all split long. They did it in the game before. The Adams, Darius, and now they're sieging down the mid tier 2.
It's just crazy how it's digressed again. Such an early game for Vitality. And now a Baron play that's opened up 2.3k.
The edge of the jungle.
Oh man, it's like that was the biggest jump scare I've seen so far. Well, no
flash out from Hilly. All right, they're stacking up as well. Like I acknowledge the weaknesses, but I don't hate Jit.
You know, love playing him. Don't like watching. Doesn't feel the same. Deadly flourish is there. Doesn't command it, but Photon jumping in the backline on top of Adam. Look how separated they are as this teleport flank from Nuke as well is in such a good spot. Hilly gets 3-shot. Kazi with a second. Look at Nuke just fire away. His ult doesn't need to land. As Video is the last hope for Vitality, but his team is with the fight by himself practically.
It feels so difficult for Vitality to play these fights now. Even though a flank, the Azir turret will go down to keep Vitality at bay, and they're just going to get themselves another tower. Well played by BDS. Yeah. They can now just retreat back towards the... Vitality going to contest the... Well, no.
Dead.
They're TPing though.
Okay, teleport comes a little bit late.
Ash Arrow.
The BDS care. Photon jumps in. He's not as tanky as we first thought. On to 3 members. It's as good as it's going to get for Vitality. Heartbreaker's in, but it's really just breaking Vitality's own heart down. BDS, it looks messy, but you can see Nuke is unscathed. Auto-attacking Kazi's trying, but look at this again. The Emperor clears that. Vitality running like, nah, I'd win. Nuke, again, hold my beverage as he aces them all down.
And that should be game, set, and match. Nuke 9-1-9, he stacks the Medjais before ending the game.
Of course.
And with the Nexus in their eyes and the Baron in their back pocket, BDS are going to keep their winning ways and find another 2-0.
Not dropping a single game despite how the early game went for Vitality. BDS, as Fetty said, they just seem to win the perfect team fight every time to put them one step closer towards winter finals. straight into the BO.
BDS still undefeated here in the beginning of playoffs. And from their AD carry Ice, we knew that Crowley was amazing on late game scaling AD carries. I present you the new version this year.
Yeah, and I think even in this pop-off game, he was still playing relatively reserved. You could see it. He was so far ahead, but he decided not to take any chances, playing it safe, and obviously finishing the game with 0 deaths.
Yeah, it's classic BDS style, right? Everything explodes at third dragon. They do this every single time. Despite having a 5-0 AD carry, despite maybe being able to force more earlier on, that's when they win. That's when they solidify the victory.
They've been good at punishing mistakes here. I feel like that Vitality have been making, but not so much as forcing mistakes on the side of Vitality. As you said, Broxa, playing reserved, even though they had a fantastic early game, things slowed down a bit in the mid-game, the usual.
Yeah, and I think for them, with Vitality, doing typical Vitality things, you know, it was pretty easy because they would just kind of suicide into them. Huli in particular got caught out a lot. A few of them had, you know, a couple of unfortunate moments, and BDS just took advantage of it.
We're going to talk about Vitality a bit later, but on Ice, honestly, how do you rate his progression, Aragon, from the beginning of the season till the point where you are right now in playoff, and what do you want to see more from him?
I really like to see it because I think a lot of people thought that he was a bit shaky to start with, but now seeing, you know, even the Varus, kind of the crutch AD carry at the moment, being banned away and still performing on a hyper carry like Aphelios in these front-to-back situations, still performing well is a great look.
I gotta be honest, I'm really mad at Vitality because we set them up in the pre-show about them being finally the consistent team that we want to see, at least clean in the early game in every stages of the game. Today, not so much. The other side of the Healy coin, Broxa, maybe, or how do you explain what happened
I guess
here?
we just learned that you shouldn't really compliment them, because yesterday I was flaming Vitality a pretty solid amount, and they actually, for once, performed pretty well. Now you guys were hyping them up, and here we are.
I want to take a look at the draft though to see what we had here, because Ice was saying, hey, Aphelios, my favorite AD carry, got his hand on him, but we saw the very first Karma here in playoffs was permabanned so far. What did we think of the champion and how impactful it can or could be?
Yeah, of course it's a really strong champion, right? But I think we were talking, I was talking with Treats as well. Is it a bit of a fake flex when you don't really want to put someone like Hilly on it, right? You said potentially Hilly Karma isn't that free of a win, in nice terms. And I don't think it's a Vetio champ either. So maybe dialing that back down. I think it's really interesting though that Vitality took blue side, because now they don't have to ban Varus and potentially pick it away themselves. I think that's definitely an angle. I loved it when Kazi was on some kind of lane dominating pick and could dictate the flow of the game.
Yeah, we saw the comeback of Jinx. I don't know if we're going to see the champion again. You wanted to add something on this, right?
Yeah, I think the tricky part for Vitality is that for the most part they got a draft that they can definitely be happy with. Sure, picking the Karma top is new for Photon and it's a different style, but outside of that, comfort champs for everybody, really strong front-to-back team fight that's pretty to execute. The issue being that they just made so many mistakes in the early game that they never got to that point. And when they finally tried, Ice was one-shooting everybody.
Yeah, too late.
Yeah, and the fishing from Labarv was really great as well. I really thought Vitality's draft could pull off a miracle here, because they had so many ways to avoid the front-to-back in the Xin Zhao R, the Akali Shroud, that they could pull it off, especially with the Enchanter Zin combination. But in the end, they were just too far behind, and Ice took over.
We've been talking about Labarv and his Blitzcrank and how this is not the champions that you should let him keep his hands on. What do you want to see on the side of the bans, on the side of Vitality, maybe adapting, moving on to the next game, Aragon?
Yeah, so on blue side, you're more free, right, to target ban. So maybe drop the blitz ban if you want to. I think that's been a pretty big staple for a lot of the sports in EU. We have a lot of blitz players, and like I said before, I would gun for that B1 Varus.
Broxa?
Yeah,
The bans side again, we're 1 minute away from the draft.
I'm pretty much on, you know, same wavelength. I think they should prioritize the Varus. Kasi has looked absolutely amazing on it. It's going to make it really easy for them to play through bot lane. Not 100% sold on Huli's Nautilus. I would like to see him on something like perhaps a Rakan, a Rel.
Bring back the Ashe.
Yeah,
Bring
the
back the
Ashe, that was
Ashe,
amazing
yeah.
yesterday. Slightly different style for him, but ultimately, I don't think they need to make too many changes overall. Just adapt a little bit in draft, clean it up where you can, but for the most part, just start playing League of Legends, start playing good macro and playing more control.
Yeah, that's the thing. For me, it's not so much of a draft issue than a discipline issue on the side of Vitality. What advice would you give players? We know what they're capable of. They did it yesterday, again, against SK Gaming, who's one of the most methodical teams we had in the early game especially. It's just an attitude shift for me, I think, here, Aragon.
Yeah, I think it's just a bit of a refocus angle. Hilly, you know, get your head in the game, you can do this. Maybe bring Douglas down to help them out a bit more as well. We saw it yesterday where Douglas wasn't down bot side enough, in my opinion, on that Varus Renato lane. So maybe a shift of plan to that.
And we see BDS, they're back. They're in the driver's seat here. Is it the moment you want to innovate maybe and throw something new? We know that they're capable of this. We saw this in the first day they played.
Well, the question is how much BDS would actually innovate when it comes to it, because I think for the most part they have a pretty set style. It's mostly Adam who spices it up, but even for him it's usually a tank or a bruiser. So if I was in BDS's shoes, I would continue drafting in a similar fashion, try to deny some of the picks like Brand that Vitality has had a lot of success with in the past, and then, you know, from a draft point of view, they should.
This is sick though. Poppy angle is perfect here. The fact you've got pretty much every champion here has a dash that you could interrupt. You got great frontline access. You've already got your engage from the Nautilus. Like, this is really, really nice.
For now, sitting pretty comfortable. It is Doran's ring start for Lucian. Not completely uncommon as Mickey's going to be forced to flash out. Yike on the way in. Bubble going to get flashed away from as well, so just a trade. But now Hansama can step forward up into Noah. Yike going through there, just trying to finish out jump before the fight gets kicked off. But Hansama getting locked in by the hook. The heal now coming through. Just still living for just a brief moment. Hansama running for the hills. Blinking health bar, but he's still alive. Noah going to get taken down by the fish. Oh, man. Razork trying to clean up as best he can, but Hansama's got to run for the hills. He has 3-point strike, but won't get anything else. And just a single grub taken away.
Razork's been doing a good...
Thus far they have level 6 for Jun,
That's
but now a
not
bit of
Jun.
an all-in here. Mickey, I think, accidentally Eing himself in that trade.
So the level 6 hit. You don't still level 5 on bot side.
is
If
so
this wave
tough.
hits, they will hit 6 on bot lane.
Yeah, you can see G2 are stepping forward to try to make sure the wave is cleared. Flash engage on a Mickey. Should just be one very dead fish. Nice flash out safety, but it will not stop the play from coming through. Hansama has the calling up and available and is trying to clear out Razork, but Noah is
on
there.
bot lane. That's the timer G2 are trying to work off of. But Razork is here to cover again.
TP now coming in. All 5 members of G2 committed to the bottom side, looking to make this play happen. Colin going down. Yike managing to grab the kill, creating a little bit of space is Razork. Caps now trying to go into finish with the support. Jun getting cut down there. BB there just in time to back up the dive. Hansama getting the
He
kill.
then start to push mid with the LeBlanc, lean that pressure in towards top side, take top tower. Rotate them back to bot as Dragon's about to spawn. Fantastic, we can work off of that as well. So this is where you're just going to keep playing back and forth around the map based on what objectives are coming up. So with Dragon being more valuable,
Right.
oh, hang on.
Jun going for the all-in. Noah on the way down. Jun dies in the process. Noah doesn't have reliable CC. Like, yes, Jun has been farming, but don't... One of you has a Sunfire cape and is level 11. Razork might make the same mistake. You cannot kill
Oh, no.
Oh my gosh, just the Boo Saga unfolding live on our stage. How many people are they going to throw into Broken Blade? G2 rinsing, repeat on the bot side dives here.
It's the BB base. I mean, look how pink it looks.
Highly mobile champions who can get on top of you. As Hansama stepping in, the hook going a little bit wide. Big chunk, big trade. Razork now coming in to cover. When becomes lightning, will not connect. Wave going in. This could be bad. Razork might find himself in trouble very quickly. Hansama does a lot of damage. Humanoid jumping into the mid lane. Razork left all on his lonesome to try to 1v1 Hansama, but it's not a 1v1. It's a 4. Calling coming in. Ooh, Zach not quite able to get the additional auto attack after the Q. Force Humanoid back. Oscar, kind of the fake poke champion. He ease in, he uses all of his spells, he walks away, and if you're not ready to force a fight right then and there, it's just free poke.
BB and Oscar and walking hand in hand through the
Gotta do, Bruin. Oh, Razork, auto back to the tower, getting pulled back. Bubble there as well, but the damage is not coming through in time. The ulti fading away at the last possible second, and just barely. Hansama was able to grab the kill. The second charge coming in. 2 back-to-back, one amount of damage here. Yes, Lucian Nami together is going to be decent, but they need to be ready to force a fight. Caps on the flank. Oscar finally going to get to leverage some of the power of this Poppy if given the opportunity. His ulti is up and available. G2 starting to play back. Flank coming in from Caps. Humanoid distracted for a brief moment. Broken Blade able to proc the Q. 3K getting lower. Lucian knocked out of the pit. It's time for Fnatic to fight if they can find the angle. But Humanoid just getting danced on by Caps. And here comes Hansama with the damage to finish the job. Mickey now flashing out to safety. Objective getting lower and lower. Don't forget about the Baron. Yanks just soloing it. It's absolute chaos in the pit. It's a fight on so many fronts. And Fnatic are just getting danced around as G2 obliterate them in the fight. That's support down. That's Baron down. Mid down. Fnatic spend everything and get absolutely nothing in return.
Fnatic are down after that. Oscar limping away, the final member of Fnatic, but Hansama, Humanoid's just on his own against the 2 carries. And again, Noah, yes, you're in a fine spot to just sit there in the back of the pit, but...
And this is so tough. I mean, just look at the discrepancy between the 80 carries is exacerbated by... You see this. Why would you do this? It's so greedy, but Mickey's has complete faith in his ability not to die again.
I mean, it's 5.5K, but...
Him alone.
But that's the thing is, like, if you try to put Oscar in against Caps, Caps just takes turns. Like, the whole front to back concept goes out the window.
Yep.
But Caps, now going to see if you can find
Nice
who
hook.
knows.
Flank coming in for Caps. Can just go right back. Has caught the Nautilus ultimate, it looks like. Retreat now coming in. Oscar in the midst of the entire team, knocking both tanks out. This is an opportunity for Fnatic. Continuing to step forward. Coling going down, but Yike and BB are right back into the middle of the fight. The knockback into the tower is big, though. Broken Blade trying to let's bounce out to safety. Nice bubble coming in, hitting Jun off to the side. Eyes on Hansama. He is the damage for G2, but he can't get through the line quite fast enough. Caps continuing to poke, continuing to be a nuisance. Humanoid standing strong. Hansama stepping up and stepping out just as quick. G2 overplaying their hand a little bit.
Trying to just go through all the vision that they've set up. That's TP coming through, but I don't really know if...
G2 ready to start a fight. Eyes on Broken Blade off to the side. Oscar coming in, not going to be able to interrupt the dash coming in from Broken Blade, but Broken Blade now on the back line without a whole lot of support, just disrupting here. The damage coming from the Zac is pretty decent, actually, but the rest of the team now covering. Coling from across the wall, finding the first kill. Broken Blade still standing. Broken Blade still has the passive. You already talked about it, Dagna, and he's still standing. Caps leaping in, one energized auto just to harass, and the most important man, the president that everyone on G2 is trying to protect, Hansama, is still standing. That's a triple. They want to give him the penta. He's got 4. Do they want the Baron or do they want the glory? That's the question, and it's G2. You know they want the glory. Oscar's been spotted. They might just have to settle for an inhibitor tower, but it's a clean fight from G2.
They're trying desperately to keep this one going. They see it, but I think they're just going to back away, be happy with the turrets. They know it's playoffs. They know this is serious business, and a quadra kill, 10-0-5 for Hansama on this Lucian. G2 are smurfing on Humanoid without having to take much damage. Hansama comes in with the long-range culling as well, and it's just this nuisance that Caps and BB are able to create, this like long-range damage-dealing front line. Just causes so many issues. And as Fnatic, yes, they get Caps in the back line, but the damage has already been done by G2.
Fnatic now just trying to deathball together, which I think makes a lot of sense. If they let themselves be split up at all, Caps will just continue to wreak havoc. Dragging up at his soul for G2 if they're able to secure it, but Fnatic has to be careful here. Caps continuing to try to find these angles on the flank. Yike waiting over the wall as well. Create a lot of space with the Maokai ultimate. His flash almost up and available as well, similar for Hansama. Humanoid stepping forward, though. That is not where you want to be, and now Noah's just going to get deleted. If they don't instantly kill the Lucian, the fight's over, and well, the fight's over. They might not be dead yet, but they're going to find out very soon that they are. The chase now coming in from Caps, from Hansama. Razork, all he can do is run. Humanoid caught around the dragon, costing Fnatic.
He gets caught, Noah gets caught with Caps on a great flank opportunity as well. Oscarinen will fall this time around to the fight. Razork is not long for the world. And honestly, Fnatic don't look long for this game as well. That's the wave. And G2 want to finish off it.
And what a frustrating game for Fnatic. They're just getting danced on by this LeBlanc. So many of these fights, they cannot find a single fight that they want front to back. 5v5, G2 will not give them that angle. And credit to G2, we talked about it. Mid-game's been looking stronger. Early game been a little bit inconsistent, but from start to finish, G2 have been in control of this one. They make it look good in game 1. Putting Lucian back on the map, the second win in LEC. Hansama taking over. G2, no surprise, playing for kills here. They can hit the Nexus, but they like hitting champions a lot more. G2 taking game 1.
And on an incredibly difficult
way with playing it in jungle versus Sinso, probably pretty smart because she's going to be happy into both Jax and Gragas. But now really, I'm wondering, which side of the draft would you
Harm's way to go for this, especially as you start to tick over to 3 for Mickey. Having access to the Cozy Camp Bar is going to be massive. But here we go.
Oscar Renan looking for the setup, looking for the angle. Gets the body slam in first. Razor can now take his time. He doesn't need to leap strike. But he's going to go for it. Broken Blade doesn't use the steadfast presence, interestingly enough. Maybe wanting it for the movement speed steroid. It's done there. Flash in. Steadfast presence comes out now, but all the dashes have already been used, and that's first blood. Humanoid playing to the weak side of the lane right now. Will now spot Yike, realize that he's in trouble, has flash advantage, will be forced to immediately flash out to safety, leap in from Razork. No ulti coming in yet from Zinzao, but Yike wants to fully commit to the play, trying to lock down Caps. In the meantime, Humanoid still standing. Oh, just barely living, and Yike gets knocked down. Humanoid
need to hit those, I'm not going to lie, especially in this matchup, but
Flash in, the auto will do the work. Now Noah trying to follow up, Hansama trying to bring it back. Flash in the hill there, it's not quite enough damage. Hansama on a sliver of life, but now it's Mickey X who's in trouble. Only level 5. The hook from Jun. What's the cooldown left remaining? Not enough. Ultra Mega Fire Kick. Disengaging.
Skill shots are hard for Fnatic in the bot lane, but not
Nice
for
pullback.
Humanoid.
Good bit of damage. Caps pushing him back to the waiting arms of Yike, though. Good heads up on the 2v2, but Humanoid going to try to turn it back. Buying a bit more space. Command Protect not there. Razork wants to get in the flash, but no. Caps flashing out to safety.
Nice timing here from Razork. One of the things that I was going to say is that you don't want Yike to be on the bottom side, because if you end up in a even if they are getting small advantages, or at least trying to slow down the advantages.
BB just committed his TP back to top lane. That's the cue for Fnatic to kick things off on the bottom side of the map. Mickey flash out to safety. Multiple summoner spells burned. Hansama ready to turn this one back, but the hook connects, and that's everything! One moment of overconfidence from Hansama, instantly punished by Fnatic, but Caps now ready to turn it about. Jun has been caught back. The push back there as well coming in from Caps. Humanoid waiting over the wall, trying to lay the ball down. We'll use Razork as a delivery system, and that's another for Fnatic. This is Oscar's CP advantage. No, it's Humanoid with the TP. Oscar still covering topside. Humanoid can just walk in. Shockwave not quite available, but I don't think he needs it. Hansama very powerful. They need the stun to connect. Mickey locked up, taken out. They're not going to overcommit on the dive into Hans. Razork
That he's able to at least answer a little bit is nice for G2, but Fnatic, like, they're taking over in this early game, and it's clean onto his top side.
Broken Blade can roam over, but Razork's pretty powerful. Yike now looking for the knockup. Caps going for the 1v1 versus Oscar. Oscar going to body slam through, flashing in as well. Good damage coming in for the AP Grags. We have to keep our eyes on Broken Blade. Clean knockback onto the support, but Razork's still standing, and that's one damn powerful Jax. Backed up by Humanoid in the exchange. The 1v1 in the picture-in-picture. Caps versus Oscar. Oscar is not winning this one, but a bit of extra healing coming in from the happy hour. Just drink it away, Oscar, but it's not nearly enough. Caps coming in for the 1v1 kill.
The spear.
Presence of mind to go in and force the fight there. A lot of ways that they've now just been able to extend this lead. 2K might not have been that significant, but 4K ticking over to 5 as Caps will recoup some of the loss here, but it's still very much in the favor of Fnatic.
Yeah.
Koi fans from yesterday.
Suspicious.
Hey,
Suspicious,
you are?
yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, I see what it is. You're Mad Lions Koi fans first, but Fnatic fans second. But I like that you have a hierarchy there. I respect that.
Look, there's a few more Spanish on the Fnatic side, all right?
I think that's
how
fair.
it goes.
Old mate Razork doing good work alongside
Oscar as well,
And Razork having a hell of a game.
Yeah.
Stopping that recall. But not going to find the angle. Humanoid will not overcommit, so a free Drake for Fnatic. And now for the threshold where I feel like Fnatic composition is G2's composition. They are behind in terms of damage. You are heavily favored. And Mickey X is dead for even walking in here, or at least forced to flash. Nope, he's dead. They are full committing to killing this Milio. The entire team now ready to fall, but Mickey's still running. Oscar gonna grab the kill, and it's Humanoid in the middle of G2's jungle with the ball set up to make it work. A double kill for Oscar, and Fnatic can just turn right to the Baron.
Might lose out on top tower as Caps is trying to make sure he can get them. Probably has to TP away from that. Although maybe he's just able to reset with everyone on Fnatic committed to that objective, but
6K gold lead for the side of Fnatic and extend as they get this tower, but G2 will match the tower in the bottom lane. Broken Blade looking to knock the wave back, hoping to hit Oscar as well. But the tower just getting focused down here. Broken Blade not afraid to tank a little bit more. So the overall gold would favor G2 if it was tower for tower, but Fnatic are just continuing to break open the base. G2 clearly do not want to fight at all, but they're losing so many objectives.
it was actually crucial Oscar and got the wave there. Made sure that they can't keep up the pressure on this bottom side. Especially with 3 members down there. So now you crack open top, you're going to crack open mid as well. Now Skirden might even stop the base of Caps there as well, he does. So now Fnatic knows that the main damage source on this G2 roster isn't going to be with them for this fight.
Counter-strike coming out, Razork taking down the inhibitor.
Fnatic that I think a lot of fans were hoping to see today, where it is this combo, this duo in the mid jungle that has stood up so proudly for Fnatic over the last few years, once again stepping up again.
Certainly are at this point. Natural points of pressure now with super minions running down mid and top lane, so Fnatic go to the last place they can. Logically
that
good
hook.
Hook going in onto Yike. Nice knockbacks in, creating as much space as he can. Broken Blade trying to get a bit more maneuver, but Jun is giving his life. The tower down. Fnatic, I don't think they want to keep taking this fight. Mickey healing up. Oscar just buying space with the casks here just to chip away. 5K getting lower, 4K on the Baron. G2 might try to force the fight. Hansama getting chunked out. That's a Poppy ult to kick things off, but it's not enough. Objective down. G2, do they want to keep this one going?
Aphelios, but now with everything used, G2 decide to back away. It will be Fnatic getting soul. G2 not really having much more. They're going to try and play for mid tower.
Back in the mid lane, trying to call Fnatic over to fight them. For now, Noah's still committed on the bot side with no TP. G2 should be able to walk in and get at least Noah doing a ton of work here.
Walking G2, the Caps still has a lot of damage. Has the Seeker's arm guard as well, so has access to what was a stopwatch in the past, but I don't think they can defend the tower at least.
Walking up with Counter-Strike, that's big. Mickey locked up, Mickey barely making it out, but no, they have enough damage to finish the job. Knock back onto Oscar. But already one member taken out. G2, one final hold. Another hook from Jun. Razork gonna fall up. He's gonna find the stun onto 2. Noah untouched on the backside. Humanoid untouched. Fnatic starting to take over in the fight. Caps looking for his hero moment, but they just don't have the damage to finish it. Razork stepping in. Push back clean from Oscar.
Jun was throwing fakes at the start of this game, going, ah no, you don't need to worry about me. And suddenly turns on the heat seeking and decimates G2. Because I think at this stage, it's I think if you put Karma top, she's actually going to struggle a little bit against the Zac because he can jump onto her, get good control, and you've got a lot of CC lockdown between BB and Yike. So I was going to say I'm kind of surprised at how much control Caps has had in this matchup in the mid lane. Oh, hang on, good hook.
Nice pull back onto Hansama. Mickey
Razork's
has
here.
Unbreakable, but didn't have stand behind me, so couldn't get in front of Hansama. Razork now chasing in. Go for the flash. Hansama immediately going to match, taking his time, getting the red buff burning down. Might not even need to do any more damage. Knockup now coming in. Vi across the wall. Razork with a knockback into the wall. It's going to be first blood going in favor of Fnatic, and now Hansama's going to be in trouble. Noah finishing another kill. Han stepping too far forward with the return, and it's Yike in trouble. Hook, not quite going to connect. Yike on the edge here. Noah stepping in. Noah wants to finish the job. He'll get the double, but it'll cost him his life.
Still though, they should barely be able to get this wave in underneath the tower. Caps though knows that there's no one in the vicinity and wants to look for Humanoid.
Caps. Backing away, good damage. Solo ball, baby! Immediately mitigate the upfront damage, and then right on time, Razork in the area. Meanwhile, on the top side, you're concerned. We're justified, Rob!
Spotting Jun, a little bit more worried. Hansama going to ward the brush, but that can set up for Jun.
Move in, knock back Mickey there just in time to body block, but it might just cost him his life. He's got no more stand beside me. Mickey going to get taken out. Hansama just trying to fire back, get a bit more damage down, but Noah grabbing.
I think at this stage, once Humanoid, well, and the top side doesn't go wrong, it should be all right.
Can't go for the full all-in here. That's going to be the Mantra W for extra healing coming in for Oscar. Level 6 as well.
Still, like, you're getting a kind of a trade on the map here. So G2 feeling very strong on the top side of the map because you've got 2 solo kills that came through on Caps and BB. So a lot of this is going to be Yike trying to play towards that top side. But it does mean that Fnatic are going to be able to put a lot of pressure to continuously go towards Hansam and Mickey.
Respect the playmaking from Humanoid. Quick flash out to safety. Hook gonna come in from Jun just in time, and the mid laner goes down. Goodbye to the mid lane lead. Fnatic grabbing the Drake as well.
And that's great communication. More valuable, so they say, Jun, take the lead here. Make sure we keep it alive.
Oh, Mickey stepping up to try to cancel the backs. Nice pullback coming in from Hansama. Knowing they have the safety body block going in as well. Unbreakable coming in for Mickey, just trying to deny any follow-up damage. Both members getting knocked back. Ignite ticking. Could be long goodbye. Broken Blade coming in. Every member TPing down to the bottom side. They want to kick this fight off. They want to shut Noah down. Flash in for Broken Blade. Going to make him kiss. Going to find the shutdown. Going to the back pocket of the Zac in the top lane. Hansama grabbing another. G2 firing back. Humanoid in the meantime. TP is available for Humanoid. G2, I think they can be happy just getting the one and walking away here. Fnatic understand their strength. They got mid push. And they know there's really nothing for G2 to do.
Yeah, the big one is having that TP available on Humanoid. As long as vicinity, they can just look to turn onto Humanoid, but Fnatic managed to get themselves out of there. Mickey found.
Back into Mickey. Mickey can just jump back onto Yike. Nice steadfast presence getting pulled in, but they only managed to hook up Broken Blade. Ulti coming in from the bars as well. Immediate ult response coming in from Caps off to the side of the fight. Hansama pulling Mickey out to safety. Mickey going right back in to try to lock up Humanoid. Concussive blows. 1-2 stacks looking for 3 and 4. The stun will connect. Broken Blade still on top of the Azir. G2 dancing around Fnatic right now. Excellent pushback on Hansama means a kill. Humanoid trying to turn this one right back. It's all eyes on Caps. Does he have the damage? The answer is hell. Yes, he does. Way incredibly impressive. Broken Blade with the setup, but it's Caps who's bringing it home here. Nice sidestep from Oscar to make it out to safety. Severing Bolt won't connect. Clean patience from Oscar, but he's slowly but surely getting taken down. Elastic slingshot. Here comes the Zac one more time. Ba there. Passes.
He's forcing Noah out of the fight, so Noah's not really being able to follow up with the damage he needs onto the bottom half of this fight. And Humanoid, he's doing his damnedest, but he's only 1.5 items in here.
I wasn't sure if we were going to come back. But now it's the play on the bottom side. Broken Blade keeping the dive going. Yike now trying to move in. They don't really have a lot of damage here, but they can stop the dive, but they cannot save the tower. Knockback from Razork is big. Broken Blade standing next to Hansama. Can they keep this train going? Jun's going to be in trouble. Hansama on the chase. Arrow from Noah could be big. Hitting onto Hansama. Yike on the way. Mickey on the way. Stepping in. Concussive blows there. Caps with the follow-up again. The Hoi range coming in clutch this time. Oscar will not escape. Yike wants to keep it going. Fnatic need to run for the hills.
He's still his ult. Yike, as long as he can range. Ballbreaker could be
going
the follow-up.
Moving in. He's still got the ult. He's instantly going to turn on the Humanoid if he has the opportunity. They're still in the area. G2 slaughtering Fnatic, who is neck and neck.
Look at here is Razork. He just hasn't had a chance to put it down.
And this is so tricky now. I mean, you know what the sustained damage can look like with an Azir in these teamfights, but it's just hard to
It's just so easy. They have to chase down these members.
Yeah. Follow-up there is clean. And making it look easy, really. G2 on the execution here. Once they have a lead in these fights, they just start to take over. And Herald finally going to get used. It will break open mid-tier 1, which is big. A bit more access, a bit more control, but Hansama already looking to take a counter objective on the top side of the map. Gold is dead even for the most part. The big difference, Broken Blade. Very, again, just a bit of poke onto Jun. G2 taking their time on the siege. And this is what makes these Huey comps so infuriating.
I think it'll be more of a case of maybe Yike solos it as G2 get control over mid, because there's not really much pressure when it's only the second.
You know, just something to consider. Not to take away from the desire to build a ton of ability haste in the top lane Karma, but...
Hey, maybe you can look for a TP play. Who do you really want to be flanking? Like the Karma AP style, or hang on.
Oh, Mickey caught out here. Knockup now coming in. Yike, but it's Broken Blade on the backside. Keep your eyes on that Zach, and try to keep things going. Hansama untouched for now, but Razork knocks him out. Caps trying to do as much damage as humanly possible, but he's been locked up by Noah's ultimate. Caps, though, on a rampage, has already taken Noah out of the equation. Broken Blade leaping in fearlessly. Flash out to make sure he doesn't get pushed back. One more member stepping forward. Searching strikes, bringing Humanoid back into the fold, and that's going to be just enough to finish the job. But Humanoid still living. Course Loop giving him up for just an additional second, but it's just not enough. Broken Blade is too damn tanky. They cannot kill this Zach. He still has passive. He refuses to die. Fnatic desperate to finish the kill. Captain Hansama still standing. Broken Blade is up again, and he's going right back into the fight. This man does not quit. Another stretching strikes. Body block coming in for Razor to buy space for the rest of his team, but G2 just descending upon Fnatic, knocking down the tier 2 tower and taking the fight.
Broken Blade has too many.
1 and 4 for Caps. 3-0-7 for Broken Blade. Working incredibly well together. The team fights, and once again, Noah's been caught out. Knock up, follow up there. Razor gonna buy as much space as he can. Noah still living, crucially. Knock up there onto Yike. Yike gonna be in trouble now. The severing bolt in the backside, not gonna connect. Noah can't find any space to auto attack. Finally gonna throw in a hail of arrows, but G2 again, they have the momentum in the fight and they just start to take over. They could. Which means stacking up a lot of these spears is a little bit tougher. Humanoid is a big threat, looking for Caps off to the side. Ulti coming in, they manage to push Caps back into the waiting arms of Noah. Noah getting chunked out, but he's still living for now. Trying to free fire. Mickey, body block coming in. Hansama on the chase, looking to take Noah out of the fight. Jun off to the side, Oscar in there as well, but the Karma just does not do enough damage. Jun running, Hex Gate gonna get interrupted by Yike. Noah will make it out alive. The Baron will be delayed, but Fnatic losing so many members in the process. Oscar looking for the fancy beat, looking for the side step, a flash out to safety, but he should just get taken down. Another stretching strikes, another kill for Hansama. Shut down to G2's 80.
Have a chance to escape. Noah zoned out of the fight by Mickey. It's G2 splitting to chase down with a Poppy, and this is here. You just don't have enough tools to get them out.
Razork knocked back into Mickey. Decent start to the fight. Unbreakable used a little bit early here. Broken Blade ready to follow up, looking for the knockback. Ulti gonna get interrupted by the Poppy. That's gonna be a severing bolt onto Humanoid. Vile now coming in. Oscar in and over the wall, gonna start to shield up his backline, trying to keep himself. Another severing bolt. Humanoid eating 2 back to back, and he's just instantly out of the fight. Broken Blade making everybody kiss. Looking like a Carzy fanfic in the middle of the jungle as the severing bolt once again comes down. Caps cannot miss. They're being lined up, and he is knocking them down. G2 taking over again. Fight after fight, they don't even need the Baron. It was a 2K gold lead separating these teams at the start of the fight. Now it is 3, but it's G2 looking to end it right here.
And unlike the fanfic, it faced the black at the right moment for Humanoid, cut down by Caps. Incredible stuff as G2 will start to march on through the grey screens for Fnatic, and it's another G2 win.
G2, they knew how to make it work in the mid game despite the deficits in the laning phase. Still found the angle, the knockback is there. Razor desperately trying to save it, but it's G2 with the victory.